it's just my mentality is when you have a good program, good education, good running program, you compete, people want to be part of it.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter, even if we could say public schools, how much they're complaining about it. But even public schools, there's been many years between football. I had the opportunity to only ran my senior year um, track and field in 2002 for Lakeland, which I attended there my whole life. And the coach there, he retired in 2007, and church bells. He graduated in 2007, and he was there since 1983. He won like 213 meets as a coach and only lost 20 in his coaching career. He was one of the best in the area, and I think we won like they ended up winning 14 District 2 titles, him as head coach, 6 straight my senior year. Jordan relays, he won like 18 out of his career. Lackawanna Conference championships, I don't know, there's so many. And nobody was recruiting here. It was the environment he created, the culture he had, the standard he had. And I remember in 8th grade, I was home. I lived in the country up near Clifford, running on my own for like the physical fitness we had for gym class. And,
Mhm.
I want to do good. But I would run on my own in country nowhere. That's where we lived out. No, we lived in a country, everything was far away. But I was inspired by that success of that,
Mhm.
just watching Lakeland, the high school I was going to, of the varsity program, having such massive success year after year after year during, you know, my during my life, I guess, right? When you look
Mhm.
back, and I didn't really become more competitive because I didn't really play any sports until my senior year. I did track, so I would do backyard football for fun. But it inspired me to run on my own, and with my siblings, I would do like make up track events at home. Some of them, and we do
Mhm.
become creative. That was back in the '90s. Times might be different, but it inspired me,
Mhm.
to want to be part of that program. And when I finally had the opportunity after running a good time in the 1 mile physical fitness my junior year, is where the gym teacher told the track and field coach, and he came up to me, asked me if I wanted to run cross country. It was May of 2001 at the time. And I ran cross country. I ran like 18:57. It was my best time. And we had a very good cross country team then too. And we just weren't as good as the track program, cross country. But I ran running, and that was a very good time. And then I ran the track in the winter time. I was running on my own, and out in the winter, the 2 mile, 1 mile, ran 11:13. 2 mile was my best time, and again, we won a 6 straight district title that year. And I was like the fourth or fifth guy run, on the 2 mile because we were very good and we had depth. But anyhow, what really inspired me was I'm kind of to a point kind of here was again, I want to be part of that program because they were winning in the culture and the coach. It inspired me to want to be part of it.
Mhm.
I was nobody. My parents didn't go to schools. They didn't know anyone in the school. They were in politics. Stayed home. We grew in the country. We had a farm. You know, they didn't care about sports. I just want to throw all that out there. They didn't care about us playing sports. To be honest, they didn't want us to really play any sports. To be, I'm just making my point here of reality. But I want to be part of that program. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And the point I'm getting is what I've learned with Holy Cross and different people is there's people that want to be part of a good program. And if the coaches in public schools sometimes, yes, you go there for an education, but in private school, you could go there for the education as long as you're getting an education, right? It's all about the
Mhm.
education universe. And then you got to be part of sometimes a good program where they put the
Yeah.
work in the coach does, where they believe in the kids, where they work hard in the off season and they have a standard and it's a positive culture and they're working with the kids and teaching the kids. It's on the top level um, a system and coaching and all that. So something I've really learned of listening, talking to some softball dads. So I know people don't like some private schools. I have my biases, but I love Holy Cross. I love Holy Redeemer. There's just another private school
Mhm.
up here that maybe not a fan of, just because the interactions with some people there, they just weren't nice. Even
Mhm.
coaches just were not nice. But the thing is I think that's why some people do go to private schools. They do want the education, and they do want to be playing for top-notch programs. Where
Mhm.
they could learn and grow as athletes and as humans, and become better people and better humans. So um, that's something I've learned yesterday, being at Holy Cross game, and you were there playing, and some
Mhm.
of the dads I talked to, and things I've learned. So if people want to hang me, hang. But that's really something I really have noticed.